Hey guys, it's Belvetru here, and I'm here with a video on how to make your own Bukkit server. What you want to get is Bukkit, and just search up Craft Bukkit or just Bukkit, and you'll go to this website and download Craft Bukkit. And what you want to do is get the latest one. This would be 1.6.1, RO.1 for now. If you're looking into the future, maybe it's like 1.8 or maybe like 2.0. But the same rules apply. What you want to do is go to this page, setting up a server. The link will be in the description. And what you want to do is you want to take this, copy it. This is for Windows. There's Mac OS and stuff. You could look depending on the operating system. That's really up to you. So what you want to do is you want to go make a text file. And first off, you want to rename this to Craft Bukkit. So take off all those development things. Okay, this doesn't matter. But what you want to do is copy and paste this. And this is your RAM count. So if you want, you can change this to 2048. That's the 2 gigabytes. But for this, we'll just do the 1 gigabyte version. Just multiply this by how much gigs of RAM you're gonna use. So this times like 3 is like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't want to do the math now, but you get the point. So what you want to do is call this run.bat. Well, the name doesn't really matter, but I put it as run.bat. And all you need to do is put it has to be saved as in all files. And then this has to be run.bat. It has to have the bat. You can X that out. And as you can see, it made a bat file. So what you do is when you run it, it'll open command prompt. And wait for it. It is starting a server and loading properties. And it's actually creating a world. So if you guys watch my other video on how to do it with things like Amachi and how to port forwarding, I'm still gonna show it in this video. How to get those two things with Bukkit. So it will help. You also want to put stop. So you don't want to exit out because it does glitch a server if you do that. And exit out. So as you can see, it makes a whole bunch of files. You guys, I'm gonna explain what every file does. Bukkit, I don't know as much files, so please put links in the comments in this video saying what things mean. So pretty much, okay, banned IPs means their pretty much network is banned from your server. Banned players means players, because if you didn't IP ban them, people can just get noticed, change their names, and just go back on the server and grief it. So it's better to IP ban people than ban them. But not a lot of Minecrafters are smart enough to be like, oh, we could change our names. So yeah. Craft Bukkit is the file we got. That's pretty much the server. If you try to run this instead of your bat file, it will not open the command prompt. So keep that in mind. We don't really need this, so we could just delete that. And ops, people who are moderators on the server, they can do anything. But with Bukkit, you can kind of change that around. Permissions, I don't really know with Bukkit. Server, I don't know. Server properties is where most of the things are gonna go on and you're gonna do. And then this is whitelist, and this is if you want to make your server kind of private, only certain people can go on the server. So now we're going to go in server properties, and you don't really need to care about this. I think this is just like the time it was created. I don't know if it updates or not. I really don't check, honestly. Generator settings, I don't know. Does another spawn. Level name, that's like, it made world. If you had an adventure map and you had another folder called like maybe potato, you could change that to potato, or you could rename potato to world, and it will still work either way. I don't know what that is. Enable flight. Are you able to fly on the server? Server port. You want to leave this alone. This is for port forwarding only. You really do not need you just want to leave it for anything, honestly. So what you want to do for level type, leave that as default if you want a regular world, unless you want a super flat world. Enable Archon is false, and your level seed, it will be a seed. Force game mode is if you want to force a certain game mode, like creative, if it's creative server. Server IP, it's a server IP, we're gonna go through that in a little bit. Max build height, you can up the ante on that, but it will make the server a lot more laggy, so keep that in mind. Spawn NPCs, this thing is like villagers. Whitelist is, I explained it with the whitelist text file. Spawn animals, snooper enabled, I don't know, hardcore mode, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Texture pack, you could set a texture pack if somebody has it and automatically gives it to you. Online mode, with Bukkit, this option's always going to be on, no matter what. So if you have cracked Minecraft, you can't really do anything about it, so yeah. Okay, so where do we leave off? PvP is PvP. You guys probably know difficulty. Game mode. This works with the forced game mode. Like, this forces everybody's game mode to be survival. Max players. This really is depending on RAM count. Usually 1 gig of RAM usually takes from like 10 to 15. Spawn monsters equals mobs, pretty much, like night mobs, pretty much. Generate structures like strongholds and desert temples and jungle temples. View distance, that's like kind of, if somebody's playing on far, how kind of far they can hit blocks, I think. And MOTD is like when you see the server, like, maybe you want to put it to meow. Underneath the server it'll say meow, so we'll just put meow for now, maybe. Just so you guys see. So I'm gonna now say the type of servers you can have. The first one is Hamachi. I can find it. Hamachi, log me in Hamachi. This is the first way. What it does is it makes a IP for you, which is this one, 25. For me, it's 25.173.242.127. And for other people, it's that. So if you're hosting your server, you want to put your IP in here. And if it's your friend's server, you don't want to. Why would you need this anyways? Yeah. So let's take this off. Take it off. That's the first way. I will leave a download in the description for both of these methods. The second way is port forwarding. This usually has to do with your router, and it's more complicated if you're under 18 and you probably don't know how the router works. Ask your parents about it, and they'll probably explain how to access your router. But you can also do things like, most of the time it's 192.1868.1.1, and the username is usually admin, and then the password is usually password. But your parents might have changed it, so what you could actually do is, if you Google how to factory reset a router, it will reset the router's username and password to admin and password. And then with my router, it actually does have the password for my router on the router, because it's a Verizon router, as you can see. So I'm able to get into it. So pretty much, with my router, what I did is I went to advanced, but this is really to just make your life easier if you're using a Verizon router. I don't know if you can do this with other ones, but you can do port forwarding rules, and then you could add a port forward and just make your port 25565. This is when the port comes into play, and then it's TCP and UDP, and then you leave that, called it Minecraft. Also, with this, we go to firewall settings, and we go to port forwarding, and then you go to your computer for this, and then I have the rule for Minecraft, and then it has UDP and TCP, but what you could do is, mine can do both ports, and then it's the same exact thing with the port forwarding rule, but if you want to, you could do 25565. and it'll still work. Even if I add it, I already have my ports working on the server, so it doesn't honestly matter for me. So if you guys are thinking, oh, is that my IP? Like, is the 192.168.1.2 your IP address? No, it is not actually. So what you want to do is, I'm not gonna write the whole thing, but as you can see, if you do what is my IP, I just search what. Over here, it'll say your public IP address is, and then you copy that, but in the server properties, you will not put that IP in there. What you want to do is you go in your CMD, go and type in IP config. Then you scroll up, and this is your IPv4 address, and then you copy that and put it in there. That's 192.168.1.2. and X that out, and whatever is your IP address, put that there, put it in there, so I have it there. Whatever your public IP address is, you want to go in Minecraft, I'll load it up right now. Let's load it up. This is the 1.6.1 update, so this Minecraft launcher is starting. I don't like the new Minecraft launcher because I don't use Arrow or anything, because I have a pretty old processor, an Alton X4, and that I probably got over like 40 more FPS turning off Arrow and things like that. I could make a video about how to speed up your PC, but with most people, they kind of like how Windows 7 looks with Arrow and stuff, but that does take away a lot of FPS from your server. I shouldn't be talking about it, but if you're the host, you could just do 0.0.0.0 and you could just host join. But with mine, I have magentacraft.noip.org. I made that IP. I can make a tutorial on that also, but for later, then we'll leave that for now. This is a way to connect to your server. Mine has the IP. It works. As you can see, Meow is actually there. There also are ways to get color. You just need to search it up. And as you see, it's spawned. We're on the server. It says I've gone on the server. I could opt myself. I'm now opt. As you can see, I can do whatever. You most likely will not lag, obviously, because you're the host of the server. But if you're experiencing lag, you may or may not be eligible to host this server. If you want to learn how to what your internet speeds is, you could just go to speedtest.net, let this load up. I usually have like a 5 ping with the 30 up and 25 to 30, well, 30 down and then like 25 to 30 up, so you can just test out this. Okay, it's at 15 right now because I have a lot of things open at the moment and my computer's kind of derped. As you can see, my download speed is 30, and then sometimes my upload speeds will kind of change. As you can see, it's like 24, then it pushes on the 25, and then it stays at 25. And this is, my internet's like 94% of the US or something. Like, I don't know, does it show anymore? I don't even know. I don't know. But, yeah. Yeah. So pretty much, this is how it would work. Share this result. And pretty much, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this clears up a lot of things on how to make a server. And, well, a Bukkit server. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And please leave a like on this video.